Welcome to another exciting Premiere Pro tutorial. In this, we're gonna be using the Premiere Pro 2017, but you can use any other version to create this. But before we're gonna show you what we're gonna be creating today, let me just pull up and play. Well, let me play another project that we created. Okay, this is what we're gonna be creating today in Premiere Pro, as you know, and also you will be asking, how did I create this in Premiere? As we know, this app is just for video edition, for motion graphics. You know, we have After Effects, Apple Motion for motion graphics. So that's, you know, you will be asking, of course, definitely, how did I create this? So here's the surprise for you guys. Let me pull up my website. You know, this is my new English website. Of course, I have it in Spanish too. You can check out. And you will see this also. You will have a couple products on the top. But if you go and products, let me just click this, close, actually I have open. And we got the latest product in here. When you click this, we'll take another page and you will see also you can read the products information. You know, this is 4K. This is the cool thing of this files. You know, this is 4K. Well, it's a little bit bigger, you know, the files. As you see, there's 2 packs, 3 gigs and also 5 gigs. You know, it will take a little time depending on the internet or how speedy you have. Well, first, read the description. You know, it's available only download. And also down here, it's more, of course, you know, description about the product. When you click this image, it will take another page. And you will see the image preview about this package. So you see it's a cool. So you can see the animation. This is what it contains in this package, definitely. As I said, so you can create a nice project as we just played. And also up here in this banner, we got 3 videos, so you can just play and see the files or projects we create in Premiere. Or you can go ahead and check my YouTube channel, and you see we have all the videos that we created with this package, so you can create maybe better than this, of course. I know there's more creative people out there, so you will be able to create more fantastic projects, you know. So make sure to read the information about the product. Will be on the description, I know, and also will be available the links where to download. Also it will be through Patreon, and you know how the Patreon works. Anyway, but for this project or for this tutorial, all the files what we're gonna be using will be free. So don't get me wrong, you know, so the files will be free. Don't worry, check the links down below in the video and you will have the links, of course. Let me just go ahead and start doing the tutorial. Let me open my Premiere. As I said, I got my latest version. The latest, I think, is 2017 spring, I guess. I'm pretty sure. So make sure to update a lot of good features. Amazing, I should say. You know, especially the text, you know, panel. I really love it. Really love it. But for this tutorial, we're gonna be using the old-fashioned. So don't worry if you don't have the latest version. You got CS5, CS6, you know, the latest, as I said. So don't worry, we're gonna be using the old-fashioned. Nice, I love this word, old-fashioned. Well, for the future, but I really recommend you to learn the new updated and Premiere, because in the future, for the next tutorial, we're gonna be using the new title panel, of course. Okay, so make sure, as I said, so let me go ahead and start doing the tutorial. I got 4 folders in my Premiere, as you know, all my older tutorials, I like to have everything organized, keeping, very organized. And then, I got image, I got sequence, footage, and text folders. So when you download the, basically, let me just import, when you download, actually, I already import the footage, but when you download the files, you will have, in your download folder, you will have this. Let me show you what, okay, so you will have these folders, actually, you will have this project as well, it's just for 2017. I'm sorry, you cannot use this project, but you can create the project following the steps, So we will have this footage folder and the image folder. So and here I have those folders, those 4 files. It's MP4, of course. Whoever gets the full package will have in transparent as well. That's much better to use, And also you will have the image, there's 3 images. We got the background, the texture and the letterbox to make a kind of like cinematic. Anyway, so then also you will have the presets, a couple presets that I customized for Premiere, of course, works for the latest version, definitely. And you can download, so you will have this, I have a couple in here. So in the future, I'll be creating more custom presets for Premiere. Also will be available to download. Of course, go ahead and check, make sure to keep in tune. Let me close, so later on we will come back with this. Then, after you import, the way to import files is, file, import, and, just look for the files, whatever you got, and just import it. But the other way is Command I, just import, that's the way I imported the image as well. So I already have. So let's start. First, let's open my sequence folder. Let me just keep organized, So let me just create a new sequence, Command N is the shortcut as well if you want to go faster. And let me just type background. All right. Then what we're going to do is hit OK. These settings I'm using DSLR 1080p 30 frames per second. Then hit OK. So you can just choose your settings. Once we have this, what we're going to do is open the image folder. Let me just drag this first. Once we drag and drop this, we might need to go 30 seconds, maybe long, of course. 30 seconds long. Let me just zoom in and see what is it. Okay, here it is. Let me just pull and have the same length, maybe 30 seconds, as I said. And also we're going to just drag and drop this image, of course. Well, then just, extend the same length, 30 seconds. Then make sure select it. If we go to Effect and Control, we might need to animate this, moving from right to left or left to right. It's up to you. I'm going to move from the left to right. So let me just go 0 frame. Make sure it's selected. The image is selected, of course. So let me just move to the left in this case. So make sure it's not out of the screen, you say. So then we're gonna add a keyframe. Then we might need to go all the way to the end and just move to the right. So make sure it's not out of the screen as well. So then we have it. I guess we have the animation. Then we need to go and play with the blending mode. So maybe have multiply in this case, but you can just use any option, in case you like to use different blending mode. Or you can use any other background or video or a solid color as well. Everything will work fine. Then we need to create a new adjustment layer. Maybe go to, I don't know where I put the background sequence. Let me find out. So let's see. Let me just pull and drag in just to keep organized. Let me just go ahead and create adjustment layer maybe. And then just drag and drop. So once we have this, maybe the same length as, it's 30 seconds in my background. Let me just select Go Effect and look for RGB color. Actually, I typed already. And then just drag and drop the RGB curves, not color, or maybe color too, because we have an RGB color correction. But in this case, we're going to use RGB curves. Then we need to go to Effect and Control. Let me see, actually in here, you can play if you really want kind of like green, or if you blue, and green, whatever you want. So you will have different effect. But in my case, I'm gonna take a little bit and boost up the little bit red maybe. and just down this bit down. And then I think for now that's we're looking for the background. So this is the animation. And let me go ahead and open my sequence folder, and also we're gonna create another sequence called main, and hit OK. The same settings that we had in the background. So let me just hit OK. Then let me just drag and drop my background. Let me just zoom in, maybe. OK. And this is what we have also. Okay, so once we have this, we need to open the footage folder, and let me just drag this maybe first. Maybe this one. And maybe this one as well. So you can just play, you know, and see which ones are right for you. Once we have this, let me cut this and have the same length other two. Then we need to make selection. Let me just select all of them. Right click, and we're gonna just nest the count. So it's the same like in After Effects. So we're gonna just make a count, you know, pre-count. We call it After Effects. Then we just nest this, and maybe we're gonna type particle count. And hit OK. Once we have this, so let me see what we have, of course. Let me just double click and go inside the particles composition. And we're gonna just, you know, as I said, this is 4K, that's the good of this 4K resolution. But in this case, we are Full HD, which is 1920 by 1080. So let me just go ahead and my effect control and just scale down a little bit, not a little bit, half maybe, 50%, so it will fit in the comp, you see? So all of them, we're gonna do the same, 50%. Cool. We don't see anything behind it because we're seeing just this in the top. So what we're gonna do is colorize this first. Make sure to select it, go effect, and we're gonna look for tint. As you know, I've been using a lot in this effect in my Premiere Pro tutorials. So let me just grab this, drag and drop, and then we need to change the color. In case you download the whole package, so you will be able to, you know, have a more clear color, adding, you know, using the map black 2 and the map white 2. But in this case, we have black background. As I said, it's an MP4 file, so we're gonna just choose the color you like. So let me just maybe a little bit orange. So maybe this orange, and then just the map white, not the other one. Otherwise, you will colorize the whole file. Then what we're going to do is just make sure to select this tint, and we just right click and copy, and then just apply it to all of them. Just hold it down, Command small b, Control small b, and PC, of course. So let me just go paste. Of course, we don't see edit for now. So what we're going to do is make sure to select it in the top, and we're going to play with the blending mode. So you want to go and add a screen, and also we're going to go add a screen, and this one as well, screen. And then we have, actually, this is what we're looking for now. The next step is go back to my project. Actually, this is, let me just put in this sequence, all, you know, all the sequence in the same folder. Let me go in here. Let me just drag and drop the adjustment layer. And also we're gonna just go ahead and look for RGB color. RGB curves, I mean, then just drag and drop. And let me just play with the settings. I guess I want to boost up a little bit, you know, just to see what we have. Cool. Maybe a little bit more. It's up to you, you know. Nice, that's what we're looking for. So let me just go back to my main and see, we don't see the background. Of course, don't worry. So let me just select, go, let me just check this out, and let me go blending mode, and we just, you know, as we do before, it's just add a screen, and then we got the particles and the background. So let me go ahead and create the titles. I guess it's time to create the titles. So as I said, you know, you can use this if you already know how to use the latest updates, but for the people who use an old version, so I'm gonna do the old-fashioned, as I said. So let me go File, New, and Legacy Title, and just type whatever you want. So let me just type Nada, and you will see the old panel, you know, the legacy title and the old version or previous version that we had. And then just pick the text tool, just click and say Nada Studio 2017. And just move a little bit to the center, maybe on the top of the particles, and also might be 150 size. Of course, let me just align to the center. Basically, a little to the center, maybe right there. And then also we need to go and have a bold maybe. And as you see, we got Adobe Arabic, but you can use any font you like. And also we need to change the color, kind of like orange that we have the same like the particle. Let me just pick this and I have the same color, maybe just a little bit, maybe a little bit more orange, and then hit OK. Then we need to Command S to save it, and we're gonna close this window. Once we close this, we go to my text, I guess. I don't know where I put my text, so let me just go image maybe, and I have in my image. So let me just pull it and drag into my text folder so we can have everything in order. So let me just go now, and then we have, and then just drag and drop, make sure. Let me just pull the same length that we have and the particles. Let me see, I think it's 10 seconds, I guess, but you can do like 5, 6, 7 seconds long. It's up to you, but I'm gonna use do like 10 for now, just to have a nice and a smooth animation. What we're gonna use is fade in this title for now. Well, once we have this, make sure the text is selected, and we're gonna look for my effect, kind of like, as I said at the beginning, Premiere is not for motion graphics, it's just for video edition, but try to create a cool look, seems like a motion graphics, and Premiere is forcing to create a motion graphics in Premiere, basically. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for embeds. We have in the video effect, stylize, and we got embeds. So you can just drag and drop, and you will see the effect. You see, this is what we're looking for. But for my tutorial, actually, if you've added this effect, you can go effect and control, and you can play with the setting with the values in here. It's up to you. So I'm gonna just delete this because I customized for my tutorial, I customized this preset. So you can go ahead and download. The link will be in the description down below the video, and will be available for this latest version, of course. So when you download my preset on my site, so you have to go in here and just import the preset. And you will, and when the pop-ups, just open your folder, whatever you have, and just select all of them, or one by one, of course. I think you should go one by one. And then when just, for now, I'm gonna cancel because I already have. So the way to look where you have your customized presets is in this folder called presets. So you see I got my gold and steel. So let me just drag and drop, and you will see the effect. So let me just open and see. This is what we have now. So let me just go to my effect control, and you will have the emboss and the tint, which I added to change the color of text if you don't like this color. So if you open this, you will be able to change the values, the settings, whatever you call. Let me just call this also, and then go tint, and also you can change the color of the text if you want. So let me just show you the way we can change the color. And you see we got kind of like green. It's up to you. You can have any color you like. Let me just go back to my orange because that's what we're looking for, this project. So once we have this, what we're gonna do, I guess, is animate a little bit the text just to have a live animation and amazing, intro maybe for cinematic title opener. Could be, of course. And then what we're gonna do is go to my 0 keyframes, and we're gonna play with the fade, I guess. So let me just go in opacity, just take this away for a moment, and make sure it's in there 0 frame, add a keyframe, and go down 0% maybe. Let me go 2 seconds long, and let me just add 100% opacity, of course. Then we might need to go 7 seconds. I don't know, the keyframe, of course, opacity, don't confuse. And then we need to go maybe 9 seconds long, and then just, go all the way down to 0. And what we're gonna have is this, I guess. And my computer is not playing smoothly, I mean, because it's a little slow, but you know what I'm talking. There we have. And also what we're gonna do is, I think we're gonna just add a little bit of scale. So let me just go 80 maybe. at the 0 frame, of course, make sure at a keyframe, go 9 seconds long, which we have in this case. And let me just go all the way up to 110 maybe, and see what we have. Let me see what we're gonna end up. Nice. This is what we're looking for, I guess. So I think we finished the tutorial. Of course, a couple things that we might need to add is the, just to look at a cinematic. Let me just go to my image folder, and I create this letterbox for this project. You can create it in Photoshop, of course. Also, you can use the preset called crop. You can do this in Premiere if it is a video, but in my case, I create this in Photoshop. You can just search in Google how to create the letterbox for the cinematic videos. And it's on YouTube also, there are people showing how to create, but in my case, when you download, you will have this as well, so don't worry. So let me just put up here, and then just drag maybe the same, 30 seconds that we have in the background. And then what else we can do is you need to go to my folder and sequence. Let me just drag and drop again the adjustment layer, and let me just go ahead and select, and maybe the same, 30 seconds long. And then we need to add the go in effects. We look for RGB again, curves, of course. Let me just drag and drop. And also we're gonna go into effect and control. Maybe we're gonna boost up a little bit the redness. So let me see what we're looking for is this, basically. You see, nice. I really love, I'm looking at the second monitor, it looks great, so that I'm really happy with. So, and also we might need to put this a little bit down. So just to have the vignette around, you see, just have more like shiny in the center. And then what else we need to do, I guess, for this tutorial before we're finished? Well, one more thing. You might be wondering how to add a lot more text, maybe in Studio, coming with another tutorial, maybe something else. So the way to do that is just make sure select the particles. We're gonna duplicate the particles first. So let me just hold down Shift, Alt and PC maybe, yes. And just drag and drop, maybe three texts we're gonna create in this. And also we're gonna create this, the text we're gonna duplicate, make sure it's selected, and just holding down Option, we're gonna duplicate, make sure, same thing. So now, as you know, if we go to the second text, and you will have the same text, which says Nera Studio 2017. And the same here, we got Nera Studio 2017. We don't want that, of course. So let me just select the Nera, copy one, go to my text folder, and you see we got two copies. Copy one, copy two. So we're gonna just make sure select the copy one, and let me just double click, and you will have this window. So let me just pick the text tool again, and let me just type maybe with more tutorials. Cool, let me just align to the center maybe with the same centers that we had before, and just align to the center. And let me just Command S to save, close it, and you will have it. You see, let me just open this and see with more tutorials. You see, only copying, you will have the effect, and also you will have the keyframes animated. And also we need to go and select this, and we have a Nera Studio 2017, so we need to change. So as you know, click this Nera Studio copy to, and let me just pick the text tool, and we're gonna just say and free projects, and just move this and on the last, and then just click maybe them to the center, save it, Command S, Control S and PC, close this, and if we go, you will have this and free. We put pre, 2 hours, but as I tried to type free project, but you know what I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead maybe and change, so just take that away, just to have no mistakes. So let me just type E, and then just close, and then we have it. All right, I think that's what we're looking for in this tutorial. I'm not gonna render because it will take time to show the final result. Okay, here we go. This is what we just create. All right, after you render, you will have this. So let me just close this. And as I said, the link will be down in the description. So make sure to read and also subscribe, leave a comment, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. For the links to download the full package, just click down below in the description, the same. And it will take to Patreon, and you will just follow the steps. And if you have any question, any problem in downloading, so just use the Facebook Messenger, and I will be more than happy to help. Thank you, and see you next time.